Part 3 of geography review for the AP test. If you can do this on your own, see how many of these you know on your own before I actually give you the answers. That's the best way to learn. Pause the video, try them out, and then when you're done, here are the answers. All right, here are the answers. So now you need to actually pause the video. My copy here of the answers is kind of dark. You might need to brighten your screen. Go ahead and pause the video, copy this down, and then we'll go on to the map. All right, let's go on to the map. First one, largest nuclear disaster in the world is Chernobyl. And so Chernobyl is found right about here in the Ukraine. It used to be Soviet Union, but now it is Ukraine. Let me sort of zoom in a little bit for you. So you need to know this is Chernobyl down here. Again, they won't have letters too close to each other. They never have. So it's not like you're gonna be like A is here and B is here and I don't know which one is Ukraine, but it won't be that close. Okay, next one, the Dust Bowl was in the middle of our country here. Oklahoma, Kansas, all that good stuff. Next one is Bhopal, where they had the gas leak, the chemical leak that killed thousands, Bhopal, India. The next one is Fukushima in Japan. So you have here is Fukushima, that was a nuclear disaster a few years ago. The next one is the BP Deepwater Horizon spill, which was in the Gulf of Mexico over here. So BP Deepwater Horizon. The next one is Montreal Protocol. So the location where they signed it was up here in Montreal to ban CFCs. The site of the treaty to reduce greenhouse gases is Kyoto, which is just a little bit south. The Kyoto Protocol, Kyoto Treaty. Oh, I'm sorry, some of this went off the screen. There we go. Next one is the river that caught on fire many times, which helped prompt the passage of the Clean Water Act, is Cuyahoga River in Ohio. It's kind of like here, Cuyahoga. Next one is the capped landfill that's turned into a park in New York, so Fresh Kills Landfill. So that is up here in New York, Fresh Kills. Then we have Love Canal, where people in a neighborhood, so a neighborhood was built over a toxic waste site. Love Canal is there in the US. Yucca Mountain is the proposal for the long-term nuclear waste, but nothing's really being done about it in Nevada. Next is controversial oil drilling in Alaska is Anwater here at the very top. Arctic National Wildlife Refuge is up here at the very top of the Arctic Circle. Largest dam in the world is Three Gorges. So over here in China, we have the Three Gorges Dam. And again, on the AP test, they're not going to have letters too close together. They will have them spread apart, so you don't have to kind of remember, well, where exactly is the Dust Bowl versus Cuyahoga? They won't be like that. Largest fishery collapse in the world is up here in this location. So I'm going to kind of put my dot here, so the Grand Banks cod fishery. It's really, actually I have that a little bit too high. It's more like kind of right here in the middle of Love Canal is the location. Just sort of know that it's off the coast of Canada and New England. Largest annual temperature increase is the Arctic/North Pole. So the Arctic, the whole area up here is the Arctic Circle, And you know this map is not accurate. When they take a globe and they spread it out, it makes everything kind of distorted up here. So it makes Antarctica and the Arctic look extraordinarily big. But that whole area surrounds the North Pole. That's where you have the most temperature differences. In Colorado, they had the Animas River. I have that too low, actually. It's kind of more here is the Animas River. In Colorado, again, you just need to know it's in Colorado, and they'll have kind of the letter in that vicinity. Next one is Flint, Michigan, where they had the water issue. So Michigan is way up here. So there's Flint, Michigan is up here with the contaminated water with lead. Aliso Canyon in California is where they had the natural gas leak. So we'll put that here. Aliso Canyon, natural gas leak. And then highest population density is Japan. That's just kind of a random fact, not an event. Everything on here is just event. Then you just know, largest population density. All right, so next one. Now let's go to part 4. So here's part 4. Once again, trying to see how many you can do on your own. And then I'll show you the answers. Here are the answers. Pause the video and write down the answers, and then we'll go through the map together. Okay, so now let's go through the map. First one, site where global distillation sends POPs, persistent organic pollutants, such as PCB and DDT, and that is your Arctic North Pole. You just need to know North Pole. Okay, next one, zebra mussels are in the Great Lakes. So here, these are the Great Lakes up here. Mexico's the country with transgenic corn, mice. Gulf of Mexico is the famous dead zone. There's also dead zone in the Chesapeake Bay, which is up here. So we'll say dead zones. They're actually all over. We have them off our coast. They're just not as severe as the Gulf of Mexico or Chesapeake Bay. Inversion layer, London, right here. And then we have the Maldives. This is a country may disappear completely if climate change is off the coast of India. So it's right about here is the Maldives. Next one is Arctic again. Methane hydrates with climate change may melt and release those methane up here. The prairie that has the most tornadoes is here. And site of most ozone thinning. So now it's not the Arctic, now it's Antarctica. So the most ozone thinning is happening here in Antarctica. San Andreas Fault, we should know that as California. It's here. It's pretty close to us. Exxon Valdez spill was in Prince William Sound, Alaska. So here was the Exxon Valdez. Instead of putting Prince William Sound, I'm just gonna put Exxon Valdez accident. It's still affecting, it happened a couple decades ago and it's still affecting wildlife. Minamata Bay, Japan is when they had mercury poisoning in the bay that was dumped there, and people would eat the shellfish and fish in the bay and have mercury poisoning. World's first national park is Yellowstone, right about here. If you ever have the opportunity to go to Yellowstone, you should absolutely take it. Oh, sorry, that was off my screen. So Yellowstone's right about here. Hurricane Sandy, east coast of the U.S. You know where the east coast of the U.S. is. Nuclear meltdown in the U.S. is 3 Mile Island, which is right about here. 3 Mile Island. Sorry. That's not I stand. Sorry, that's an L, not a T. Climate agreement was in Paris. 2015, the Paris Accord. Then we have the Great Barrier Reef, largest coral reef in the world that is dying due to climate change. And the Great Barrier Reef is right around in this location. Great Barrier Reef. Country which held the 2016 Olympics and Zika virus kind of freaked everybody out there for good reason, Brazil. And then we have island nation with the most UV exposure because it's close to Antarctica is New Zealand here. Oh, sorry, did I show you Brazil was Zika with the Olympics? Apologize if I didn't show that. New Zealand here is going to have a lot of UV rays because it's close to Antarctica, which has the ozone thinning. All right, so hopefully I've covered everything. There might be something on the AP test that I don't have on this review, but hopefully I've predicted everything, and these are all questions that have also appeared in the past. So, all right. That is all.